Hello, I'm Professor Alvin, and welcome to History 105, U.S. Contemporary History, 1865 to the present. This course will be defined by two critical themes. The first one is that we've always been two nations, North and South. We've been divided by politics, by culture, by labor, by economics, by religion. We have never been one nation, we've been two nations, and to this very day we're two nations. Today it just looks different. Today we see it in blue states and red states, but the issues haven't changed very much over the years. So the first concept to keep in mind is we've always been two nations. The second critical theme is the difference between the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. These two documents are diametrically opposed to each other. The Declaration of Independence is a document of inclusion. It says we are all equal. It says we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. By the pursuit of happiness, the colonials meant the rights for the fruits of your labor. And we know that for much of our history, this hasn't been the case. But the key thing about the Declaration of Independence is that it begs us all to join in our nation. It's a document that we look to when we want to be counted. Whether we're an immigrant, whether we come from the South or the North, this is the document that says we belong here. The Constitution, by contrast, is a document of exclusion. It separates the powers. It tells us that there's powers that belong to the people. There are powers that belong to the states. There are powers that belong to the federal government. And it also defines and protects private property. Private property, by its very definition, is exclusive. We all can't own property. So the Constitution is a document of exclusion, while the Declaration is a document of inclusion. And this creates a dynamic in our country that is like no other on earth. The second thing I want you to think about, besides these two differences between the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, and the fact that we have two nations, is that we have gone through changes that are so profound, changes in industrialization, changes in how we conceive and perceive politics, changes in how we perceive and conceive of race. So this has been a very dynamic and ever-changing culture. For us to understand people that came from a world so different from our own, we have to learn how to suspend our own judgment. This is pivotal for us to approach this course. I'm going to ask each of you to forget what you know or think you know about history, and to meet people in past times on their own terms, in their own words. Trust that they tell us about who they are rather than we tell them who we think they are. This is important so we can really understand how our nation comes together, how we work every day, how we go to school every day, how we work in our families every day, how we pray. It's important for us to grasp the notion that everybody in the past didn't think and act like us. So it's critical that we, again, suspend judgment, and that leads to the next element, critical thinking. Critical thinking means that we have to forget how our mind wants to treat new evidence. Our mind automatically wants to take something new and fit it into a box. Oh yes, I've seen this before. But for us to understand people in the past, we can't force it into boxes. We have to open our minds and try to understand what history is telling us, how people are speaking to us, how they think, how they breathe, how they live, in a world that was technologically, economically, and politically far different from our own. So critical thinking is a key piece of this course. It separates out belief and opinion from evidence and reason. And these are the things that we really need to work on so that we can really approach the past in its own terms. Okay, now let me tell you a little bit about me and my educational philosophy. I believe that the only reason we're here is to learn. It's that simple. And learning is what I want each of you to do, because it'll change who you are by the time the course is over. By applying critical thinking, by focusing on learning, all of us will learn how to grow and learn how to redefine who we are and what we believe in every day. This is how growth occurs, and this is how we really develop as people. Last, I want to talk a little bit about housekeeping issues. You'll have weekly discussions, and you'll have to do a post each week and comment on the classmate's post. I don't want opinion. I want critical thinking. I want evaluation. I want evidence. So I want you to, in the discussions, to bring in outside sources but expert sources. An expert source has an author, a title, a place of publication, the date of publication, and if it's a book, specifying the pages you took information from. I want this to appear in your posts and your comments. I want you to elevate the level of discussion so we all grow and learn together. Last, I want you to know I'm here to help you. If there's anything that you need at any time during the course, please don't hesitate to contact me. Don't wait until you have a problem that I may not be able to solve. Come to me and let me know, and we can work this out together to make sure that you're successful in this course. Your success, your learning, and your growth is my educational philosophy. That's all I care about, and I care about each of you as a person who can learn and grow and benefit from taking this course. So again, I want to welcome all of you to History 105. I think you'll find the material interesting. I think you'll find it challenging, but I think you all can succeed if you stay on top of the work and let me help you whenever you need me. So welcome, and I thank you.